guys, so it's February 28th, although it says February 28th, right? February 28th, 2018. This is our 6th training in a series of 52-week trainings. Today's topic is going to be on 50 ways to generate real estate leads. Okay, so I'm going to go through all the different strategies that I use personally to go out there and generate leads and generate business for myself. Okay, so let's get started. First slide is the same slide that I like to use at the very beginning, CEO mindset, right? And I say this all the time. We are the CEO of our own companies. We are the CEO of our own brands, all right? So number one, you need to have an inbound and an outbound marketing strategy, okay? Now outbound, we're very familiar with in the real estate industry, right? Outbound is where we're going out there and we're physically prospecting, we're calling people up on the phone, we're door knocking, and we're talking to people. Inbound is having a strategy where you're having these people contact you, okay? Now that's every realtor, every real estate agent's dream, is to have clients reaching out to us, right? Who here wouldn't like having, a steady flow of clients calling you up, asking you for your business, right? Or for the opportunity to represent them. We all want that. The truth is, creating an inbound strategy is a lot slower, okay? It doesn't happen quite as fast as the outbound, and it's a more passive approach, okay? It's very, very passive. And the best way to have a good career is to have both strategies working at the same time. For those of you that are watching the video, number one, if you would like to join our private Facebook group, the name of the group is REH Real Talk. It's on our Facebook group. And for everybody else that's watching, if you'd like to receive our text message alerts, text the word Blue Coats, plural, BLUECOATS, Blue Coats, plural, to the number 33733. Opt in and you'll get our text message alerts on our trainings and really just keep updated with what's going on within the company. All right? So let's get right into it. Now, I'm gonna start, I'm gonna breeze through these because I'm gonna try to get through all 50, okay? You don't have to really take notes because remember I'm recording these and I'm gonna show these, I'm gonna host these on our site, all right? So let's start with number one. This sounds really small, and I'm guilty of not doing it right now in front of the camera, but wear your name badge, okay? It sounds really dumb, and for a while I saw a lot of people in the office wearing their name badge or wearing their realtor pin, and then little by little what I've noticed is that it slowly started to dissipate and less people are doing this. But when you wear your name badge out in public, right, that's a small thing, but it's a conversation starter. It's a way for people to see what you do and to inquire about what you're doing. So number one, this is the easiest way, just wear your name badge. Right? And if you don't have one, go out and order one. You can go online and there's plenty of ways to make your name badges, okay? So, order a name badge. Number two. Okay, warm calls, right? We're all familiar with this, but I'm gonna talk about this. Warm calls. Number one, your sphere of influence, right? Expired listings and FSBOs, okay? Those are your warm calls. And I say warm only because these are people that clearly had an interest in selling or for sale by owners have an interest in selling right now, okay? Warm calls. Number two. Number three, cold calls, okay? Just listed, just sold, probate, okay? Now here's the thing, there's services like ReboGateway.com where you can go out there and you can get all the new probate cases that have been filed with the courts, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna call the attorneys and you're gonna call the executors of the estate or the administrators of the estate, and you're gonna say, hey, John or Jane, listen, my name's Paul Argueta. I realize that it's a sensitive time within your family. I noticed that a probate case was filed on behalf of the estate, and I just wanted to see if you guys are gonna be selling the real estate included in it. Okay? You contact the administrator, you contact the executor, you contact the attorney. And then what I want you to do is even send them a small package as well with a letter. Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But there's probate and then there's divorce leads. Okay? These are all things that are probably going to trigger a sale. Okay? So you want to start prospecting those type of people as well in the form of a cold call or by mail. Next one, previewing homes. Okay? See, a lot of this stuff is rudimentary and this is basics, okay? I'm gonna start getting more complicated and online as we get through this. But this is stuff that we all know. These are basics, okay? There's the 5-5-10 rule, right? So the minute a property goes on the market, you wanna speak to 5 neighbors to the left, 5 neighbors to the right, and 10 neighbors across the street. Hi, John or Jane, my name is Paul Argueta. I don't know if you know it or not, but your neighbor just put their property up for sale. It's on the market for $998,000, and I wanted to see if you had any friends or family that could be interested in that property at that price. Period. You go out there and you do this. We should be doing this on a regular basis. You should be doing this on a regular basis, going out there previewing homes, especially the new homes that just hit the market. Why?
Just one day you can be able to talk to people about it.
Absolutely, right? You'll be the first one to go out there and talk to the neighbors, but more importantly, most agents, we know this already, most agents don't canvass their own listings, okay? They just don't. So if you go out there and you talk to the neighbors, you have a better chance of getting that business than anybody else, okay? Previewing homes, it's very, very simple and stuff that we know we should be doing, but most of us aren't doing it. So let's go back to the basics and let's make sure we're doing it. Previewing homes, okay? Number 5, host an open house. Again, basics. We know this. We should know what to do on how to host an open house. And if not, we have a video training online as well. You can go take a look at that video training on how to host an open house and how to prepare it, okay? So I'm not going to go into it too much, but number 5 is host an open house, okay? Number 7, I want you to hand write one thank you note per day, okay? Trust me, you can do it. There's somebody that you can write a thank you note to, thanking them for something that they did. It can be something that they did this week. It can be something that they did last month. It can be something that they did last year, okay? All you need is an excuse to write to them, hand write a note and thanking them and putting your card in it and sending it out to them. Who here, think about it you guys, really, when was the last time you guys sent out a handwritten thank you note to someone? Was it Christmas? We haven't done it, okay? But look, I'm not sitting here, I'm not standing here, and I'm not telling you, send out 100 thank you cards a day, okay? That's gonna be cumbersome, you're not gonna do it, and you'll give up after about number 4, number 5, okay? All I'm saying is, send out one handwritten thank you note per day to someone, thanking them for something. They did your dry cleaning, send them a thank you card. Right? You went and got an oil change, you know the guy over there, send them a thank you card. It really doesn't make a difference. Family member, friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, send them a thank you card. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my family member. Whatever, send it out. Okay, trust me, one a day is not difficult and it will have an impact. Okay? Number 8, hand out 50 business cards per day. All right? This is a goal that we should all have, and this should be something that we do on a daily basis as we come into contact with people. I'm not telling you to go out to the mall and just start handing them out to people that walk out of the doors, right? Okay. What I'm telling you to do is as you go through, look, as you're having lunch, the attendant that's right there, hey, thanks for your service, just so you know, I'm a real estate broker in the area. You know, if you ever need anything, give me a call, you never know, right? And you hand them the card, okay? Handing out 50 cards to everybody we come into contact with per day is not difficult, especially if you're previewing on a regular basis. If you're previewing on a regular basis, truth is you're already giving out 10 to 15 cards just doing that. Right? Then you give out another 10 to 15 cards as you go throughout your day, and boom, you already knocked out about 20 to 30 cards. Okay, it's not difficult. You should be handing out business cards every day. Okay, that should be something. Number 9. Okay, every time you see a distressed, dilapidated, or vacant property, write the address down. Pull over, go talk to the homeowner, knock on the door, see if you can make contact with somebody, leave your business card if there's nobody there. You need to have an active log of all the distressed properties in your farm that are vacant and in really bad condition, okay? My kids get completely annoyed when I do this, okay? Because if they see us driving past a property, that's what they already know I'm going to pull over and I'm going to go try to talk to the homeowner or give them my card or write the address down, or I'll get on the phone right then and there and I'll call title and I'll get the address and I'll give it to my title rep and I'll say, hey, email me the profile on this. I want to see who the owner is, okay? You should have a journal of this. You should know, as the area expert in your farm, if you don't know all the fixers and potential flip opportunities, then who are you hurting? Yourself, right? And again, at the end of the day, what we're really talking about here is, yes, we'd all love to get that listing, yes or no? But why couldn't you possibly be the one to get that property, secure it in contract, and purchase it yourself? Right? Because at the end of the day, what we're really trying to do is we're trying to create wealth for ourselves and our family anyway, right? Yes, we are real estate agents, but at the end of the day, we're still investors. Couldn't you purchase it for yourself? Yes, absolutely. Why not? Okay? So make sure that you have a journal and a log, active log of the properties that are in bad shape that you're reaching out to regularly, okay? And not only for distressed properties. If you see a rental okay? And it's not professionally managed. In other words, you know that it's not a real estate company that's representing that property, then you should be doing the same thing for rentals. Now, I'm not saying pull over for it and speak to the tenant, but what I am saying is make sure that you snap a picture of the sign, call up the person representing it. Hi, John or Jane, I'm calling about the property for rent. Are you the owner? Right? No, I'm not the owner. Well, at least you know you're speaking to somebody that's managing it for them, right? Yes, I am the owner. Fantastic. Hey, John, listen, nobody likes a vacant unit. I'm a real estate broker. I just wanted to see, is there a chance that you might consider selling this property? Okay? You do that, you got a potential listing opportunity. What's the worst case scenario? They say, no, I'm not going to sell it, but you know what? You manage properties. You've got an opportunity to start managing the property for them, right? And you've got a conversation started. So you should be doing the same thing for distressed properties. You should be doing the same thing for rent properties. Okay, we should all be doing this. It's really simple to just drive past these properties and ignore those signs. Snap a picture of it, keep a journal of it, get a hold of the owner. Okay? Number 11, create a postcard and do every door direct mail. Okay? This is going to take some money. All right. Now, every door direct mail is simply using the United States Postal Service, and you just give them however many cards you're going to give them in a particular zip code, and you say just drop it off in this zip code, or drop it off in this block, or drop it off in a specific area that you designate to them. Now, if you're not going to use every door direct mail, the other option is I use a website called myneighborhoodagent.com. Okay. Every few months they have promotions where they're giving you 20%, 25% off, and they're an online system where you can upload images and artwork, create the postcard, and just have them send it out for you. In the end, it ends up costing about 65 to 75 cents a postcard that's printed and mailed for you. Okay? So, you should be sending out. Now, again, I'm not saying that you have to have this huge farm, guys. It doesn't have to be like 1,000 homes, right? But if you start small, and you start out with 25, 30, 50 homes, okay, and you mail them something every single month, that's more effective than doing a shotgun blast where you're sending out 10,000 postcards only doing it once, okay? We all know that they have to see the message consistently for at least 7 times before they actually internalize it. So if you're going to do that, I recommend that you start with a small farm, 50 homes if you will, use a company like My Neighborhood Agent and send 50 postcards every single month. At 65 cents, what are you in for? I don't know. Can't be more than, let's say more than 300 bucks, okay? And I'm exaggerating here. I think it's way less than that because 50 postcards at 65 cents is way less. But you get my point, okay? So send out postcards. Okay. Hire an admin or a high schooler to do delivery flyers door to door, okay? So here's the other thing. If you're going to create flyers or just list it, okay, and you're busy and you don't have the time to go out there and canvas, and you print out 100 flyers. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to be doing this on a daily basis and you're going to hire someone to do this, you're going to probably have to get your own printing service, okay? Because printing out 100 flyers here with the printer, who knows what it could do. But all I'm saying is go to Kinko's, print out 1,000, you have 100 flyers, you send out 100 flyers per day, hire a high schooler, pay them like 10 bucks, an hour, hire them for 3 or 4 hours and have them go and distribute those flyers for you, okay? This is another opportunity for you to do that. Number 13, you should have a journal of every for sale by owner in your market, okay? And as you create this journal, you're going to be putting properties on there and you're going to be taking properties off. You might want to have an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc, who knows. You need to be contacting your for sale by owner list every Monday and every Friday. Every Friday, you're contacting your for sale by owner list to see if they're hosting an open house on the weekend. If they are hosting an open house on the weekend, guess who's going to pay them a visit? You. Okay? Then on Monday, you're going to call them back again. And you're going to say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, hey, it's Paul the Realtor. Listen, I went to the open house on Saturday. I don't know if you remember me. I was wearing the bright pink polo. It was really tight, made my arms look big. And now I'm calling on Monday. I just wanted to make sure that the property was still available. Did you get any offers? Okay? We already know that the vast majority of for sale by owners are not going to sell on their own. We already know this. Okay? So when you call Monday and asking, did you accept an offer over the weekend, you already know that they're probably going to say, no, it's still available. It's still available, fantastic. I'm going to make sure that I keep it on my list of properties in my inventory so that I can talk to people about it. Now come Friday, what are you going to do again? You're going to give them a call again. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, listen, it's Paul again, the Realtor. Listen, just wanted to see, is it still available? Yes, fantastic. Are you hosting an open house this weekend? Yes, fantastic. I'll see you this weekend. Okay, then you come back and you call them again on Monday. You're going to wear them down with your enthusiasm, okay? Trust me, it works, all right? But you need to make a list. You need to create a journal. Number 14, you want to partner with some vendors, okay? You need to have go-to vendors, CPA, lawyers, wealth managers, termite companies, contractors. These people will hear from our clients about when they're thinking about making a move, okay? Contractors especially, if you start hearing that people are doing a remodel, they're either doing a remodel because they're going to live there, forever in their minds, or they're doing a remodel because they want to improve it and get out of there, right? Those are really the only two options. Wealth managers, you hear that people want to sell the property or do a 1031 exchange. That's why you want to get a hold of their CPAs. Lawyers, why do you want to talk to lawyers? Because there's potential divorce opportunities, there's potential probate opportunities. So you need to partner with vendors, okay? And you want to make sure that they understand that, listen, part of our agreement and part of our partnership and part of our relationship and part of our friendship is going to be that I'm going to refer my clients to you, and in exchange for that, I'm hoping that you'll refer those clients back to me the minute you hear that they're going to be making a move. Okay? Partnering with vendors, very, very important. Reap list. Okay? When was the last time that you guys actually thought about this? Okay, do you guys know what REAP means?
I just found out when it's on slides.
Okay. REAP stands for Rent, Escrow, Allocation Program. What this basically means is that any property in Los Angeles, right, that is not necessarily a multifamily, but most of them are multifamily. Anytime these properties are in such condition that they're considered substandard or non-livable condition by the city, they will put them on this list, and all rents no longer go to the owner, the landlord. They now go to the city, and they're held in an escrow program. Okay.
Angela loves REAPs.
You love, yeah. Listen, I like REAP properties, right?
Especially when you're in escrow.
Yeah. Oh, they're a little challenging sometimes. A lot of times it's just because you've got an owner that did not go and take care of something. Okay. Sometimes it's because the property is in really, really bad shape. But sometimes it's just something small that the owner never took care of, or the owner doesn't have the funds to take care of it. And so at the end of the day, if they got a property and they're not collecting their rents on it, and they got a mortgage against it, they're in a bad position. Okay, so this is an opportunity where we can go and we can help them save their equity if they have any equity, sell the property, walk away, and then everybody's happy. Okay, that link right there. Once I post this, also these slides are being shared on LinkedIn SlideShare. Okay, so this link, I'll put it up there. But if you just look up REAP list 2018, you'll find it. Okay, if you Google it. Okay, so it has a list of all the properties, all of them. Okay. Now some of them you're going to have to do a little bit of homework, right? You're going to have to go out, you're going to have to find out who the owners are, you're going to have to try to dig them down. Some of them are held under trust, some of them are held under corporations, and you're going to have to do a little bit of legwork. You're going to have to get a hold of them, but you can do it.
Yeah.
All right? I'm just giving you other opportunities that a lot of people aren't really going out there, right? We've got diamonds here. The problem is that nobody's doing a little bit of work to mine them. Okay? 15. 16. Find a restaurant that will let you post a fishbowl and offer a free lunch. Okay? This sounds cheesy, but trust me, it works, right? If you go to a local restaurant and you say, hey, listen, look, I'd like to buy 2 meals, twice a month. I'd like to buy a meal for someone. And all I would like to do is put my fishbowl here, or whatever you'd like to put. If you want to put like a silver platter or something, whatever it is to make it look a little bit more professional, you just say, can I post a little sign, free meal, free drawing, twice a month we'll draw 2 free winners to offer them a free lunch. You'll get a bunch of business cards, and then you can reach out to those professionals as well. Okay? And now you can introduce yourself. Okay? Find a restaurant that will let you post a fishbowl and offer free lunch. Okay? Sounds cheesy, but it works. It's a way to get leads. Okay? All right, 16. Number 17, reach out to the neighborhood associations and find ways to get involved in neighborhoods you want to sell real estate in. Okay? This is big, right? This is big. Go out there, find the local chamber of commerce. So I'm originally from the Highland Park area. There's the Historic Preservation Community. In Eagle Rock, there's the Eagle Rock Neighborhood Council. There's a whole bunch of neighborhood associations where they're always trying to preserve the community. Go out and join them. Okay? Some of them will cost you money. Some of them won't cost you money, but they'll cost you time. Either way, you're gonna have to pay to get involved. Okay? But get involved, right? It's a good way to network and meet other people is those neighborhood communities, those organizations. Okay, number 18. Offer free garage sale signs for marketing visibility. All right? So if you go and you say garage sale this weekend, okay, and they have the address, get the address, write it down, get a hold of the homeowner, see if why they're holding the garage sale, and let them know, hey, listen, I'll tell you what, I got a bunch of open house signs. I can direct all the traffic to you at the garage sale. How does that sound? How does that sound? Right? It'll help you sell all your stuff. Oh, and by the way, when do you plan on making the move, right? Okay? This is just an opportunity to open up conversation. You should be monitoring garage sales, right? Look for garage sales on Craigslist. See what pops up, okay? Believe me, they're there. And sometimes those people that are having garage sales it's because they're gonna sell, okay? Okay, next one. Visit 3 people per day in your farm area on the anniversary date that they purchased their home, okay? I've said this before, okay? What you can do is, if they're in your farm, every day, just like every day it's someone's birthday, every day in your farm it's someone's anniversary of the date that they bought their home. Most people don't even know it's their anniversary, okay? And all you have to do is print out a property profile, maybe print out a grant deed, and then just go over to their house. You know, now what I used to do was I used to get $5 Starbucks gift cards, and I would give them a $5 Starbucks gift card. You don't have to start with 3, you can just start with 1, okay? And you get a $5 gift card and you say, hey, happy anniversary, I'm a local real estate broker. Just wanted you to know that today is the anniversary of when you bought this home about 10 to 15 years ago. If you ever need anything, feel free to let me know. Happy anniversary. How does that sound? What impression did you leave with them? Huge!
Yeah.
They'll remember you, okay? That's number 19, anniversary date of when they bought the home. Number 20, sounds cheesy, but trust me, buy coffee for the person behind you at Starbucks and start a conversation with them, okay? So if you're in line at Starbucks and you're buying coffee, pay for the person behind you, okay? I did this for some police officers in my neighborhood, okay? Now, in the end, they rejected it. They didn't let me do it. It could be considered bribery. So I ended up walking out with like a tray of coffee that I couldn't. Long story short, it works though, okay? Buy a coffee for the person behind you, start a conversation, okay? People appreciate that type of gesture, that gesture, okay? All right. Number 21. I said this before too, and you guys aren't taking advantage of it. I've been doing it. Offer a free virtual tour to all local businesses in your market so they can display it on their website and in Google Maps, okay? Go to a local business, and all you gotta say is, hey, John or Jane, listen, I'm a local real estate broker. I have a virtual 3D camera that can do a 3D tour of your business. Now, usually I use it for real estate, but because I'm a member of the community and I'm a small business owner just like you, right? Because are we small business owners, yes or no? But because I'm a small business owner just like you, I know that you can take advantage of this. I can give you a free virtual tour for your business for free. And the good thing is you can put it on Google Maps and people will be able to walk in and virtually see your business. And that's huge because the longer they stay on that virtual map, or every time they click on your Google Map review or Google Map profile, that strengthens it and Google puts you higher on the rankings. And you would love to show up on the first page rankings when people look up your business, wouldn't you, Mr. or Mrs. Business Owner? Yes. Right? Offer it. Okay? We got the camera, you guys. Okay? Take advantage of it. You walk into a business, and look, I'm not saying that I want you to go door to every business in your community, but what I am saying is that as you go throughout your daily business, if you're gonna go have lunch somewhere, offer it to the manager, offer it to the business owner, talk to people that you come into contact with on a normal basis. This isn't something that you have to do where you have to completely wipe your schedule clean for it, right? Don't misunderstand the direction that I'm giving you guys, okay? Put this in your arsenal. All right, next slide. 22. Just like we're looking for garage sales, I want you to look for estate sales. Estate sales is the same thing. Estate sales are big. When people are having estate sales, chances are they're gonna probably sell, okay? Look up estate sales in the local paper, look up estate sales in Google, you'll find some, okay? In classifieds. Craigslist too. Okay, 23, have an open house at Starbucks. You guys know what that means? No? Okay, so, I was listening to a podcast that the Altmans did, okay? You guys know who the Altman brothers are, right? And what they said was, what they used to do, and now I'm hearing more and more agents do this, and I've actually seen some agents do this, is they'll go into Starbucks, they'll find the big table, they'll open up their laptop, they'll leave a bunch of MLS sheets all around them, right? They'll make like a little fortress of MLS sheets, and it looks like they're working, right? And what happens is people walk in, and what do you think they see? They see you, the laptop, all these MLS sheets, your business cards. They're like, what's going on? Okay? So all I'm saying is when you're gonna go to Starbucks and you're gonna have a coffee and you're gonna do some work there, have an open house. Right? Print out MLS sheets, have them all out there, have your business cards on the table, and you just work and do the things that you would normally do. Trust me, and have your name badge on, perfect combination. Okay? All of a sudden, you've got people that are going to be asking you, like, what do you do? Right? What are you working on? Trust me. Okay? Have an open house at Starbucks. All right. Volunteer at 24. Volunteer at an event in a niche you'd like to dominate. Okay, so here in South Pasadena, they have the Music and Arts Festival every year, okay, and they always come to us looking for volunteers, all the time, all right? Trust me, there's stuff that you can volunteer in. You're either going to pay for business or you're going to pay with it in the form of your time, but you're going to have to do one of those two. So find one thing that you can volunteer at and really be there and be present and be a value add to them, okay? Make sure that you contribute. 25. Oh, we already did this one. Estate sales, I'm not gonna do it again. 26, okay, throw a housewarming party 30 days after your buyers close on their new house, okay? Now, this can be challenging, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of times, people get so wrapped up in their life that they don't even have a housewarming party. Hector, I'm looking at you, Hector. Okay. Easier said than done. I realize that when you're working with your clients, there are gonna be some home buyers that don't have the time or the patience to throw a housewarming party. So my suggestion is to use this conversation. Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I would love to host a housewarming party for you. Would this Saturday be good, or do you think 3 Saturdays from now would be better? I can buy all the food. All I need you to do is supply the family and the friends. Right? So, in other words, if you ask them, when are you holding a housewarming party? Or can I be a part of the housewarming party? It's very, very passive versus I can help you host a housewarming party. In fact, I can do it next Saturday or 2 Saturdays from now. Which is better for you? It's a lot more assertive, but it also puts you in a position where now you get to coordinate it, schedule it, have that conversation, right? So throw a housewarming party 30 days after your buyers close on their new home. Now, again, this is all assuming that they aren't going to be doing any major upgrades, any major repairs to the property. But all things equal, if you can get in there and throw a housewarming party and spend some money on food and leave your business cards out, it's a great way to generate leads and to meet other members of the family and friends. Okay? Slide number, 26, or 27. Host regular happy hours and invite referral sources and past clients. So in a few slides before, I talked about having your go-to vendors. So you want to have your CPA, a wealth manager, an attorney, right? And you want to have these contractor, whoever it might be. But you want to have these vendors. And what you'll do is you'll go and you'll host a happy hour, right? And if all 4 or 5 of you contribute towards this total cost, it's a 2-hour event. You have some hors d'oeuvres. You invite them to have 1 or 2 drinks. You can have a couple drink tickets, and you invite them, and you create an environment where everybody's there to network, to hand out business cards, to make introductions. You've got at least 4 or 5 people there at minimum who are part of your vendor network that will introduce you to their network, and you can introduce them to yours. And you've got people that you can talk to, and you're not walking into a room where you don't know anybody, right? So you've got people that can make introductions for you. You can make introductions for them, and it all works out. And really, at a total cost of anywhere between $100 to $150 per happy hour when you split the cost between 4 or 5 people, and all parties are happy about it, right? So, host regular happy hours. Number 28. Create and send a newsletter to your list. Okay, this is important. So I've given you 2 companies that can do this for you. The first one is fastnewsletters.com. You can print them out. They can have it shipped to you. You can mail it out to your contacts. You can give it to all your contacts. You can go out there when you're doing your 5, 5, and 10. So in other words, when you're talking to 5 neighbors to the left, 5 neighbors to the right, 10 neighbors across the street, when you're previewing homes, you can also leave them with your newsletter. Okay. Then there's another company called By Design Publishing that creates almost advertorial magazines, right? That have you on the cover, and then they have you on the insets, and it looks like a legitimate magazine, and the articles are well written, but you show up inside the magazine almost like they're writing an article about you. So it's very good, and it's a great piece that you can leave during your listing presentations as well. So create and send a newsletter to your list, okay? Number 29, call past clients and ask them if they've used their home warranty, if they need a renewal, or if there's anything that you can do to help. So 6 months after a transaction, you want to give them a call. You want to make sure that they remember that they have their home warranty. You want to be able to email them a copy of that home warranty, and then remind them that, hey, we're getting close to the home warranty expiring. You might want to extend that home warranty, right? The home warranty is an excellent opportunity to start a conversation, but more importantly, it's a great thing to have in case they have any problems with the home. So, call them up, talk to them about their home warranty after the transaction, 6 months after. Okay, number 30, review the local business section every single day. There is opportunity there, especially in the local papers. So if you see any local businesses that are holding their grand opening, if you see any local success stories, you want to look those people up on social media, you want to shoot them a congratulatory email, you want to get a hold of them on social media, and you want to go out and potentially even visit them. Now there have been times where I will take it as far, depending on the success, right? Where I will take that newspaper article to a professional frame company and I will have them frame it, and I will deliver it to them in my community. And those are great pieces that they'll pull up, and inside there it has my business card at the bottom, or a small little inset that says, courtesy of Paul Argueta, Real Estate Heaven. Okay, so scour the business section for new businesses, success stories, athletic teams. You want to go congratulate, the parents of the athlete. You want to congratulate the coach. Whatever you can do to go out there, there's opportunity in local news. Okay, and if you take a look at it, there's also going to be stories about businesses that are coming and going. Okay, locally here in Southern California, there was a big story when Nestle left to the city of Glendale, and so that's an opportunity where we can go out there and we can reach out to the HR, we can reach out to the relocation companies, and we can talk to them about the possibility of assisting the executives that are either going to be moving with the company, that are going to be relocating, or for the people that are going to be staying here locally, right? There's opportunity in every business article that comes out, so read that daily. 31. Okay, set up a booth at a local grocery store, the gym, the farmer's market. Again, these are all things that we know about. These are all things that we do see other agents doing. These are all things that we need to do. And the more you do this consistently, and the more you do this regularly, the more likely you are to get business from it. In other words, you can't expect to go set up a booth at a local farmer's market one time and expect that you're going to get a ton of business. We have to accept the reality that people have to see us and hear our message a minimum of 7 times before they even consider doing business with us. So the key here is you can't just go and set up a table or a booth one time and expect that you're going to get all this business from it. Do it consistently, do it diligently, and keep on doing it so that your message is heard over and over again, and you'll reap the rewards, okay? So set up a booth. Number 32, host a seminar, all right? Listen, for those of you who are part of this company, you have a great big training center here that you can use, and you can invite people, and you can host these seminars. And the seminars have to have value. If you think that you're going to fill a room with people that are going to come in here to hear about how grandiose you are sadly mistaken. There has to be value in the content that you're going to be providing these people. Now, it doesn't have to be real estate related, but some types or some topics that you could cover. Number 1, a first-time home buyer seminar. Okay. Number 2, how to improve your credit repair. Okay. Number 3, small business success. That's a great one. Okay. Small business success is great because at the end of the day, we are a small business. You as a real estate practitioner, you are your own independent small business. You can relate to what those other business owners are going through. And so to have a small business success conference or success seminar is fantastic, and you'll get participation from the local small businesses if you market it right. Okay. And so what you want to do is you want to get other speakers to come in here, other people, you can even get people from like the SBA loans to come talk about, all the stuff that they can do to help them with financing. You want to get other people that is going to complement their business and make and share the stories of what it's like to own your own business and how to succeed in your own businesses. And the key here is you don't necessarily have to be the speaker for this seminar. You can go out there and you can find other speakers. There are speakers that are out there looking for the opportunity to get in front of an audience, just for practice. They want to get good at their craft, right? And so if you go and you reach out there and you look for speakers, there are speakers that will talk about small business success to get in front of the room and to build their own audience, right? Now, you can strike up an agreement with them. They can market some of their services. Maybe you don't want them to market your services. That's entirely up to you. But at the end of the day, there has to be value with the seminars that you're going to offer, okay? And if you have an office that has a training center as large as, for instance, the one we have, then by all means utilize it. And get good at promoting these events. And while you promote these events and these seminars, it's an opportunity for you to talk to people and hand out your business card. Okay, now we're going to start to get a little techie, all right? Number 33, schedule a week's worth of social media posts in advance. So there are tools that you can use. One is Buffer and the other one is Hootsuite. And what you can do is if you don't have the time and you don't want to work on all these social media posts, you can hire a high school kid or somebody else that does have the time, and they can create all those posts for you, okay? Schedule them in advance. Write the posts out. Typically, I suggest for social media to be posting at least 3 different times a day, at 9 a.m., or around lunchtime, and again at 6 p.m. Right? And they can't all be real estate related. Look, I can have a conversation about how to market on social media, and we can go on for hours. But at the end of the day, the idea here is too much real estate, too much business, nobody wants to hear about it. Too much party, nobody will take you serious in your profession. So you have to blur the lines, right? You have to make it, a little bit of both so that way people understand that you're proficient at what you do, but at the same time, you're not a robot and you're a real human being, okay? So schedule these posts. You can have someone do it for you using those tools, and you work on all these posts. You have 21 different posts that are going to be shared, throughout the week, and they're already scheduled, and they're an automated system that are going to go out, whether you do anything or not. It's an effective use of your time, and more importantly, your message is being repeated again, over and over and over again, and that's huge. So, schedule a week's worth of social media posts. Number 34, monitor Twitter for key buying, selling, phrases, right? And then reach out to those people. So if you go onto Twitter, it has a great feature where you can actually search for certain hashtag phrases. Home shopping, home buying, stuff like that. If you look those phrases up, you'll see people writing about it, sharing their experiences about it, griping about it, whatever it might be. And what you can do is you can reach out to those people, right? If they're in your local markets, and you can still surface them, and you can start talking to them. Now, I know this works, and I'm going to share a real quick anecdote on how, I discovered this. So at my home, we're big Dyson fans, So we have their vacuums and their fans, and I think even potentially the blow dryer. And the thing is, what happened was one of the handbags that I was using just stopped working for whatever reason. And I don't know what got into me, but I decided to go onto Twitter and to do a Twitter rant about the product. And within minutes, I got a response from Dyson from their customer service Twitter account, asking me if there was anything that they could do to help alleviate the situation. So this works if you work it right and you monitor Twitter for those key phrases, either home buying, home shopping, or whatever other phrases that you can think of, and you can use it to generate leads and to reach out and to interact with people. Okay? Number 35. Create a short YouTube video explaining your listing presentation and the services that you offer. No one can debate the power of video on the internet these days, okay? The benefits are, number 1, they feel like they're actually connecting with you. Number 2, they stay on the site longer. They're looking at those videos a lot longer than they would text. And that builds value in the eyes of the internet. So the key here is you gotta have some type of video. If you want to do it on YouTube and you want to talk about your listing presentation and the service that you offer, more power to you. If you want to make a quick Facebook live video, a quick Instagram live video, that's great. You can put all those videos out there, but at the end of the day, you have to have some type of a video presence so that you can share those things on those platforms. Now, here's the thing. It took me a while to become comfortable sharing my message on all these platforms, because my mentality was, what do I have to offer that anyone can benefit from, okay? And I'm still not where I thought I'd be even 10 years ago, okay? I still have a lot of work to do. But the truth is that there is someone at every phase of what you're going through right now that can benefit from your message. So don't feel like the video has to be perfect. Don't feel like the content has to be perfect. The key here is consistency. Consistency over quality. Now, I'm not saying it has to be bad, right? I mean, that doesn't mean that you can just post nonsense. But at the end of the day, if you're consistently repeating that message over and over and over again, by default, you'll become better at it, right? And more polished. But more importantly, what's going to happen is that, people are going to remember that message, right? So consistency over quality. If you're going to use video, if you're going to use a Facebook Live, if you're going to use the Instagram Live, and you're going to repeat that message over and over again, then just, make sure that you use it, that you're doing it. 36. Okay, create a neighborhood board on Pinterest and invite neighbors to post on it. So Pinterest is another one of those sites that holds a lot more weight, I think, than people give credit to in terms of search. So if you do a search phrase these days, you will notice that you'll get Amazon, you'll get YouTube, you'll get the Facebook responses, Yelp responses, but you'll also start to get a lot of Pinterest responses. Pinterest is becoming a go-to search engine, if you will, okay? So you want to go out there, create a neighborhood board, pin some pictures of the neighborhood on there, invite other people to participate in this board, share that link to that board, and it's a good way to open up a conversation about the neighborhood using Pinterest. 37, give one Yelp and Google review to a local business every day. Okay, guys, so again, I'm not asking you guys to do 100 of these. All I'm saying is every day, find one business that you've been a patron of and give them a good review on Yelp and give them a good review on Google, okay? It's difficult for us to go ask our clients to give us reviews when we're not going out there and we're not reciprocating it to the other small businesses out there as well, all right? It will have an impact. So one time I had a probate real estate sale that took place, and there were 2 attorneys involved, and at the end of the transaction, I went and gave both attorneys, okay, stellar reviews on Google. They weren't on Yelp at that time, but on Google, and they came back and they gave me good reviews as well about my professionalism in that transaction. So they reciprocated it, all right. And to this day, I still communicate with one of those attorneys, and they did refer me one client. It didn't turn into anything, but the fact was that that business did come back to me. Okay, so anyone that we work with, anyone that you come into contact with, you walk into a business, especially the small businesses, because the small businesses are the ones that really need the help. I'm not telling you to go out there and give Target a Yelp or a Google review, right? I'm talking about the small business owners that go through what we go through on a day in and day out basis, okay? You should be doing this. All right. 38. This sounds small. Use your company email to reply to everyone, okay? Everyone. And make sure you have an email signature that directs them back to you, okay? Now, here's the thing. I know that some servers now, it becomes a little harder because they will send your email messages to spam, so you have to follow up with people to make sure that they got the message. I get it. But you want to do everything possible to go out there and use your domain name. It doesn't have to be the company domain email, but at least set a domain up for yourself, right? So that people can see that you're promoting yourself. You don't work for Gmail, you don't work for Hotmail, and you don't work for Yahoo, right? You work for yourself. So something as small as your email, should be a representative of your brand. So make sure that you use your domain or your work domain email, and then make sure that you have an email signature that's professional that directs everybody back to you. Small, but trust me, it's big, all right? 39, boost a post on Facebook and get more people seeing your content. Okay, so here's the thing. Facebook wants you to boost your content. So if you go out there and you put a post and there's a lot of people commenting on it, it's going to suggest that you pay to boost it, okay? I'm going to say that number one, don't boost anything that doesn't direct anything back to you, traffic back to you. So just because you post a picture and you're getting traffic and but Facebook sends you a message saying, hey, this post is getting a lot of traffic, you should boost it more, right? Don't think that that's going to benefit you, okay? You're not going to boost content just for the sake of getting thumbs ups, okay? That doesn't do anything for your business. So if you're going to boost anything, you need to boost something that is going to direct them back to your website, your personal website, or one of your social media properties. You guys with me on this? Okay? So if you're going to boost it, make sure that you boost something that directs them back to you. All right? Otherwise, in my opinion, it's a wasted boost. All right, and wasted money. 40, almost done. create a photo album on Facebook and use embed social to embed the photo album on your site, okay? So, I've had this conversation and I've trained people on this a lot lately. Here's the problem we have with social media. The problem that we have is that we go and we share all of our content on their platforms. So what happens is, all the pictures of our kids and our family and our houses and our properties, we put it onto Facebook, and then everyone's looking at the Facebook site and they're clicking on the pictures to see the pictures, okay? Here's the problem with that. The problem with that is they don't leave Facebook, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to create the photo album on Facebook. Then I want you to get that photo album and put it on your site or your blog. And then I want you to share the album on your site to everybody you know. So, for instance, let me give you an example. Christmas Eve of last year, okay, my family, they were all over my house, okay? And what I did was I was the family photographer, so I was taking pictures of everything that took place, and I was filming it, and I had plenty of pictures. Now, I could have easily gone onto Facebook, uploaded all the images, and then started tagging people on those images. Okay, I could have done that, but I didn't. I also could have created a Google photo album, that now that there's photos.google.com, and I could have just invited people and shared the pictures, everyone in the family. I could have shared the pictures with them as well, but I didn't do that either. What I did was I created an album, I put it on my site, right? And then I texted all the family members links to my site where that photo album was. Why did I do that?
You want them going to your site.
I wanted all the traffic, right? Because I want people going to my site to watch all those pictures and all that stuff, okay? So what I'm telling you is, when you share this stuff, understand that you're giving up all that power to the bigger sites as opposed to giving that power back to you. Okay? And I can go on and on and on about this stuff, because I've been learning this stuff for the past 3 years, yeah.
So what about when you're saving the pictures? Because I remember at one time you said, like, for instance, I should save everything under Yvette Quilon, to take off this Yvette Quilon Christmas party,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that when people do the search, just in general, how my picture will come up on Google.
Okay, so that's a different scenario.
Okay.
That I can answer that later, but I can teach you how we can do that later. And trust me, I'm going to have a class on the internet later on. Okay, that one's going to probably be a 2-day or a 3-day class, because I won't be able to do it all at one time. But my point is, you guys, don't give away all of your content for free. What you guys have is worth not only millions, but it's worth billions of dollars. Okay, you don't believe me? Check Facebook stock value. Okay, it's worth billions of dollars, your content, and you're giving it away for free. Scary, right? Okay. Once I understood this, like, it shifted my whole mentality of how I was going to share my content on social media. All right. 41. Use AdRoll to retarget your ads and redirect to your site first, then the social profile. So what do I mean by that? So if you guys don't know what AdRoll is a retargeting software. So some of you have already experienced this, right? Where you pop in on my site, and then 10 minutes later you're seeing pictures of me all over the place, right? Okay? That is AdRoll, all right? It's nothing that I did, okay? All I did was subscribe to their service, and what happens is that they create a pixel to where your advertisement is then going to follow them. Just like when you look up a pair of shoes and then you start seeing advertisements all over the web for that pair of shoes. AdRoll is a retargeting thing. So you should be using AdRoll or a retargeting service so that when someone does go to your site, they're seeing ads of you and then they'll come back to you. Because again, they have to see the message over and over again. You have to accept that. You can't deny that fact. People have to see your message over and over and over again before they will purchase. Okay? All right. 42. Use snip.ly to share one article per day, redirecting user back to your site or social property. I shared this a few months ago. Snip.ly, okay? This is a tool that allows you to share articles, and when you share the article, it creates an overlay with your banner advertising yourself on top of it. So you can share articles from Time Magazine, New York Times, USA Today, all types of articles, and it creates a small little overlay on top or bottom, wherever you want it, and it'll redirect the user back to you if they click on it. Snip.ly, okay? All right. These are all the techie things. 43, post an ad on Craigslist for a property that you are listing. Okay, this is, people still use Craigslist, I'm sorry to tell you. Okay, yes, it looks like it's a website built in 1990, but the reality is people use it. You should be advertising all your listings, all the company's listings, everything on Craigslist for sale to generate leads that way as well. Okay? 44, become a partner agent. All right? I don't know if you guys know this or not. You can become partner agents for Redfin, Movado, and Estately. And you don't even leave the brokerage. Okay? What this basically means is you will apply to become almost a buyer's agent, and any overflow that they can handle with their own specific agents, they'll give to you, and then you pay them a 30% referral fee for that client, or in some cases as high as 50%. Okay? So the point is, you can apply to Redfin, Movado, and Estately. You don't have to move your license, you don't have to do anything, and they'll send you some leads. Did you guys know that?
No?
Yep.
Please.
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything either. All right? So now, I
It's a
will.
referral agreement though, right?
It's a referral agreement, yeah, for 30%. 30 to 50%. Okay? So, I'm giving you guys like golden nuggets here, man. I'm showing you, tips and techniques that can keep you busy if you use them right. All right? 45, network with builders and developers. Okay, this is big. Okay? Go onto LinkedIn, start adding people who are builders and developers onto your network. Start building your resume on LinkedIn, and then connect with them. Okay, start reaching out to them. Start inviting them to coffee or to lunch, because these builders and these developers, right? They're always looking for opportunities to go out and create new developments, and they typically, not always, but they typically will use the agent that brought them the opportunity. Okay? You need to start building a database, if you will, of developers and builders that you can go to, that you can present opportunities to. All right? Who's doing this right now? Okay. 46, get referrals from other agents. Okay? You and Grunt are doing a really good job of this, because you guys are out there and you're networking with agents nationwide. A lot of agents aren't doing that. You need to go out there and you need to connect with other agents on Facebook, on LinkedIn, in other states, in other areas, okay? And you need to let them know, hey, listen, if you have referrals, send them to me, and if I have referrals, I'll send them to you. If you don't have a nationwide network of agents right now, you're doing something wrong, because we are the easiest to connect with, right? I mean, honestly, I don't think there's any real estate agent that I don't accept in my network, like on Facebook or LinkedIn or any of those, right? And likewise, most real estate agents don't even question either. They just add me. Okay, so connect with agents, introduce yourself, network with them, and ask for referrals. Like, we got to get over this idea that like they're just going to refer them to me. They won't. You have to ask for them. Do you have any clients that are thinking about moving to Los Angeles? I'd love to help. And if I have any clients that are thinking about moving to Saginaw, Michigan, I'll send them over to you. Okay? All right. 47. Offer free advice on internet forums daily. Again, not 100, posts. I'm just saying once, just once. Once a day, go out there and keep an eye out, because there's consumers that go onto Zillow, onto Trulia, onto Reddit, onto City Data, Street Easy, and Nextdoor, and what they do is they're asking for advice. Okay? Where can I find a good plumber? Where can I find a good mortgage broker? Where can I, what's the best time to sell? They're asking all these questions, and all you want to do is go on there and you want to post a response. Okay? Typically, the first response is the best, but any response is okay. All right? Just get your response out there. All right? Participate in these conversations. Okay? So, offer free advice. Now, I'll leave it at that. Okay, 48, start a blog. Okay? If you don't have a website, you guys, you need a website. You really need a website. I can't stress that enough. You need something. You need a site. It doesn't have to be elaborate. In fact, really, a normal blog is fine. Share your experiences. I already went over with you why your experiences count, why you have value, and share your wins. Okay? But you got to get good at writing stuff like this, okay, so that people can find you on the internet. All right? Because the truth is, if you're hoping that they find you just based on your properties, it's not going to happen. Because there are so many portals out there, so many different IDX things, that they will never find you just based on the property that you have. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. Okay? So if you think that because you have a listing down the street on Orange Grove Boulevard in Pasadena, everyone on the internet is going to find you, you are sadly mistaken. Okay? Because there's like thousands of other portals that have the same MLS number that is promoting that listing as well through IDX. Okay? So they're not going to find you just based on your listing. Okay? Get that out of your head. That's real estate porn. okay? It's not gonna happen. So the only thing that can make you unique are your experiences and what you can talk about. And nobody's gonna be able to write about you and your experiences better than you. So you need a blog. You're gonna have one, okay? Write about it. Okay, write about. So instead of just hoping that someone finds you based on your listing, write about the listing. Right? Write a whole blog about how you got the listing and what you love about that listing and why you think it's going to sell. And share your experiences. Trust me, it makes a difference. Okay? And again, I'm not telling you to write 100 posts in one day. I'm telling you to maybe do one post or one blog post a week. Okay? These you have to take it slowly and build it up and ramp it up. All right? 49 guest blog posts. Okay, so have you guys ever heard of Patch.com? Patch.com is a micro-blogging site that is owned by this little company known as AOL. Okay? AOL owns them. And what they do is they decided to create little micro-sites for each individual city. So there's Patch.com South Pasadena, Patch.com Pasadena, Patch.com La Cañada. And what you can do is you can reach out to the editor of that microblog and you can apply to become a contributor to that site. Okay? So whatever neighborhood you live in, there's a microblog for it. Okay? It doesn't matter. It could be West Covina. There's a microblog for it. Trust me. Okay? And what you do is you say, hey, I'd like to contribute to it. I'd like to write some articles for it. And the beauty about that is that you writing for that microblog, right, in that area. So for instance, I used to be a contributor to the San Marino patch. Okay? And I used to write, when my kid would go up for award ceremonies or they could participate in the Christmas program, I'd take pictures and I'd write a blog post about it and then it would go on their site. You guys get that? Okay, so guest blog posts. And then the last one is start a podcast. Okay? Podcasting is big. Okay, it's very, very big. A lot of us don't want, we want to stick our head in the sand and we don't want to acknowledge it, but I'm telling you right now, it is big. Okay, podcasting is a big way to generate leads and to generate a following and to build a name for yourself. And again, you go back to well, what content am I going to talk about? What value am I going to bring? Okay, so there's plenty of content that you'll have just in your everyday experience, and it's as simple as you going down to the local camera store and asking them for a podcast mic, connecting the computer, and just start recording. Okay, it's scary. Okay, it is scary, and you're going to be bad before you're going to be good. All right, but trust me, it works. Okay, and it's another way for people to find you. It's another way for people to find you. You have to have as many different tools out there for people to find you in your tool belt, right? So that way you have a bigger net to cast. All right? So, any questions on what I covered today? As we got to the techie part, right? It got a little harder. I get that. But the good news is, we're all here together, and this is all stuff that, really for you guys, for the last 3 years I've been studying. Okay, a lot of this internet stuff and the internet marketing. Okay, and I got to tell you that not only have I invested my own personal time, there were nights where I'd go home from work, I'd get home at 6 or 7, help the kids with the homework, get on the computer from 10 to 1 in the morning, studying internet marketing, SEO marketing, search engine optimization, search engine marketing, studying all that stuff so that I could bring it to you. And I'm talking, I've invested tens of thousands, if not close to $100,000, just making sure that I understood all this. So I'm bringing all this stuff to you guys. Right? Questions? Concerns? Headaches?
It was a really good presentation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to put this training up on the site soon, and the slides will be up today on LinkedIn, on SlideShare. Just look up my name on SlideShare and you'll find it. Okay? All right, you guys.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks. Thank you.